Mysterious visuals, opulent surroundings, and elegant fashions laced over sci-fi. Welcome to the world of Elizabeth Harvest. In Elizabeth Harvest, we meet newlywed Elizabeth, her wealthy husband, and his staff. From the beginning, we can tell the atmosphere is a little off, but we don't start to see the full picture until Elizabeth investigates a room that she's forbidden to enter. When we meet the main character, Elizabeth, she's straight from the wedding wearing a white wedding gown, a symbol of innocence and purity. We briefly meet the other residents before we see scenes of her spending time with her husband. We meet the husband Henry at the same time we meet Elizabeth. He's fresh from the wedding wearing a classic black and white tuxedo that has a sheen to it. The sheen of the suit is a sign of opulence and foreshadows what we see as his immense level of wealth. His attire throughout Act 1 is a representation of his wealth, power, and dark mindset through a combination of blacks, grays, and blues. Claire and Oliver wear dark neutrals with hints of white. The muted tone of their outfits gives them a collective appearance. It separates them from our main character and builds a canvas that allows the story to be told through the eyes and wardrobe of Elizabeth. That night, Elizabeth wears a blue satin dress or gown at dinner, communicating trust, faith, and confidence in her husband. Blue also acts as a metaphor for heaven, showing the state of mind she's in as a newlywed. The day after their first night together, her husband gives her a tour of the home and tells her that the house is hers with the exception of one room that she's forbidden to enter. In this scene, she's wearing a beige dress with light blue, navy, and white pinstripes. The tan color is a variation of brown representing reliability, stability, and isolation. From this dress, we are shown someone that feels stable and is beginning to rely on the environment around them. It also gives a clue about her level of freedom, as browns can stand for isolation. The light blue stripes show a feminine variation of blue and expresses serenity and trust, reinforcing the idea that Elizabeth trusts her husband and is happy with life as she knows it. The next time we see Elizabeth, she lets off some steam and we see her wearing a blue bathing suit as she takes a swim. The blue bathing suit and the blue water reinforces the blue pinstripes we saw in the tour scene. It seals the idea that Elizabeth has found serenity and trusts her current environment. The next time we see Elizabeth, she's been left at home with Claire and Oliver to keep her company. She's wearing a red blazer with gold buttons. Red represents love and passion, danger, war, or blood. It's a representation of how she currently feels about her husband and clues us in on the fate of events to come. The gold buttons mirror the expensive surroundings, but also reinforce the emotions associated with red. A variation of yellow, gold is associated with love, happiness, compassion, and wisdom. Elizabeth exhibits wisdom by talking to Claire and inquiring about her husband's marriage motives. Later on that day, she tries on several outfits, and her reactions imply that she may have some confusion about who she really is. On the night that Elizabeth defies her husband's wishes, she's wearing a white nightgown, again showing a level of innocence, helping to explain that she is completely unaware of the horrors that lie in wait for her. The next day, we see her sitting with Henry wearing a flowing abstract leopard print gown with hints of yellow and turquoise. A leopard print is a show of luxury and sophistication. The hints of turquoise and yellow either tap into how she wants to feel happy and at peace, or it's a look into the feelings she has already lost. Sadness shown in blue and caution or betrayal for the yellow. That night, she's back in the white nightgown, again representing innocence and tying the idea of her existence to that of a helpless lamb. At the end of part 1, we briefly meet the detective making a random trip to the home to check on the newlywed couple. He's wearing a tan and brown jacket, blue shirt, and blue jeans. The brown shows stability and reliability. The blue shirt represents his authority and trustworthiness. The blue jeans reinforce the overall comfortable look of his outfit, as well as mirroring his blue shirt. Throughout the first act, Claire, Oliver, and Henry continue to wear the same neutrals until reds and shades of red are introduced into their costumes, showing a clear representation of their part in the horrific events that took place. In Act 2, we learn more about the characters of the story and are introduced to new perspectives. As the chain of events unfold, we continue to see Elizabeth go through a metamorphosis expressed in great part by her wardrobe. As a sci-fi fan myself, I won't say that some parts weren't predictable, but I will say that if you enjoy vibrant visual stimulation and story clues that are littered throughout the wardrobe, sets, and dialogue, you may really enjoy the esoteric mystery that this movie provides. If you want to check this movie out, it's currently available on Netflix. And on that note, have an awesome day, be good to yourself and good to others. Peace.